Alright, so this is another haircut tutorial. This one's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna show you something that I just learned recently. I can't wait to show it to you guys, so stick around all the way to the end of the video. This video is me cutting hair like in the shop. I'm just cutting hair. We had a live stream going on the side of me, so I was kind of standing in between two cameras, but I'm literally like, it looks chaotic. It looks like I'm just going everywhere. I'm not really following a system. You know, some people have asked me for a video that just shows me cutting hair. When you've been doing it for so long, you don't really need to stick to a system anymore. You just cut. You know what I mean? So hopefully you guys like the video either way. You can follow along in the captions what guards I'm using. I switch a lot. This is not for beginners, but nonetheless, there's a bunch of beginner videos coming. I'm going to go back to the basics like I did early on in my channel. If you're a follower since day one, you know that especially the first year, everything was the basics. Everything was step for step for step. And it started to get repetitive, so people wanted a little bit more and showing a little bit of diversity and stuff. So that's what I've done with my channel. Now I'm starting to get a lot of new subscribers, and people are like, hey, these tutorials aren't as easy as other channels. So we'll get back to the basics. We'll start doing some beginner ones, but for now, this is how I cut in the shop when I'm not thinking about steps or thinking about recording a tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so we're starting off with the number 2 guard. We're just clearing bulk, we're debulking. Most of this cut, we're just going to be debulking, fading from top to bottom. This is a number 3 guard. I tried the number 2. It didn't quite blend into the bulk on the sides as good as I wanted it to, so I switched it to the number 3. A lot of it is trial and error when you're not really using the system. Here at the number 1 guard, and I'm not going to go above where I just left off with the number 2 guard. I'm going to open up the number 1 and blend. So sometimes the one guard open blends in, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't, you use the 1.5 and it'll blend right in. Now it's closed all the way, the number 1 guard, and we're staying below where we just left off with the 1.5 guard, the 1.5 guard, right? As you can see, it's starting to lighten up and lighten up. We're not creating any lines, but the blend is starting to come in. Now we have the half guard or the 0 guard if you're using Andes. And we're gonna go again below where we just left off and tighten it up some more. Now use the 1.5 with the grain, especially where I'm gonna line them up, the hairline area, just to smoothen that out a little bit. And like when I see something, I clean it up right there and then so I don't forget about it, right? That's part of staying on track when you're cutting hair. If you see something, just get rid of it then and there, because you might forget about it, you might miss it later on. So now we have no guard, and we're really just starting to get to the 0 point, because it is going to be bald, but it's going to be like a low fade. We're gonna keep the bald area as low as not as low as possible, but lower than you would do a mid fade, for example. It's just going to contour the shape of the head, stay below the occipital bone. And for the most part, you know, once we hit the bald area with the trimmers and the shaver, it's just going to be detailed. So I'm going back before I get it any tighter on the bottom with the trimmers. I'm just going back and detailing. And like I said in the intro, man, like I'm not using any type of system. I'm just cutting hair. We're talking during a live stream on Instagram. If you're interested in seeing the Instagram live streams and stuff, make sure you follow me on Instagram, because we do live streams multiple times a week. And here we are, like I said, we're tightening it up on the sides with the trimmer, followed up with the shaver. And you know, we're pretty much going to do the same steps on the other side, and then we'll connect everything in the back area and do that last. And I kind of like blending each side, you know what I'm saying, like one side first, learning his head shape, learning how his hair reacts to the clipper, and adjusting as I get to the second side or the other side. And you'll see how I'm able to skip some guards on the other side, because I already know how the hair and the scalp is gonna, and his head shape is gonna react to certain techniques. Now here we're sharpening up the C cup, and you see how that blend really came together. And man, I'm excited to show you guys the last part of this video. Like, we really changed Fonzo's life. My man Fonz was super happy with this cut. And I'm really starting to fall in love with these wall magic clips. So you guys see on this side, I already skipped a whole bunch of steps, and it's starting to blend already. And Fonzo does not have an easy haircut or easy head shape to put a contoured fade on, because he has so many indents in his head, protrusions, all that stuff. And it seems like people ask me every video what brush I'm using. It's the Denman Jack Dean Fade Brush. They sell them at Salon Centric. They're like $16. Super pricey, but I think they're worth it. Like, I love them. And guys, as I'm recording this video, I'm dropping this video, letting you know I'm gonna be in Las Vegas this weekend. Super excited to hit the Exotics Barber Battle and hopefully meet a whole bunch of you guys there in Vegas. Now, there's no particular reason why I'm using the color guards as opposed to the premium guards. I'm actually cutting hair in Fonzo's station using Fonzo's tools. And now that I notice it, I'm not using the Jack Dean brush. I'm using one of Fonzo's brushes. Normally I use that, the Jack Dean brush. So my bad, guys. Y'all can see that, man. That blend is coming together. It's coming out pretty nice so far, without creating any lines. Just cutting hair, man. Just how I would do on a day-to-day basis in the shop. Now we're in the back area. We're just gonna make everything come together and look like you know, we cut it all in one shot and not in parts, right? So, and like when you try to connect the back with the sides, you gotta cut a different angle. So see how I step to the right side of the back of his head so that I can see how the side is connecting to the back. I want to be able to stand at an angle where I can see that connection, so it looks fluid. You see how it's coming together with the back from that angle. And with his texture of hair, guys, you don't have to do clipper over comb and stuff like that. Like, you could literally carve the shape in depending on how you maneuver your clipper or your guards. So if you're coming off the shape of his head and not into the shape of his head, a lot of times you can carve the blend right into the bulk on the top without using clipper over comb or scissor over comb or anything like that. Generally, you can do that with curly hair or extremely curly hair. Now with wavy and straight hair, it's a little tougher to do that carving technique. Alright, so watch, when we put the C cup in, the blend's really gonna come together. At least in my opinion it is. I feel like the lineup just gives it that extra pop. And again, I'm using Fonzo's T outliners. And we're not gonna do Fonzo's beard in this tutorial because I wanna skip that and get right into the life-changing transformation. Because this is the best cut I've ever given Fonzo, I think. And I think he would agree. So we're lining him up. You can see that corner on the left hand side is super light. So that's why I attacked that first. I wanna hit that, and I wanna keep it, you know, as natural as possible without pushing that up, and then the rest of it will match up. But if, like for example, if we line up that corner and try to make it as sharp as possible, we're gonna push it up. And then in order to match the side that's not receding, you're gonna have to push the side that's not receding way up if you try to give the receding part a crispy line. Alright, so this part of the video is, to me, interesting. It's something that I learned recently. I took a course on it, and I think it's gonna add a lot of value to my service, especially with people who are receding and they don't want just a temporary fix, a temporary solution like fibers and hair color and Biggin and Kiss. This is a permanent solution. So I'm about to perform this on Fonzo. You guys let me know what you think at the end. Don't forget to comment below.
The other day,
Fonz, how you liking it?
asked me who Business Magazine asked me
I'm feeling myself.
who's an
Alright, so we just finished the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think by far this is the best enhancement solution for receding hairlines, for balding out there. It's permanent, and to me it looks the most realistic, man. Like, you could go straight up to it and it just looks like hair stubble. It's amazing in my opinion. So learning about this, I figured, man, if I can integrate this with the services I offer now, it's going to be game changing for me. So I'm excited to offer it to a whole bunch of new clients, and I'm excited for this new partnership that myself and Jose with Scalp Tattoo Artist Resources and Tomb 45 are going to have together. We plan on traveling together. We plan on hitting shows and doing classes together. And some of the things, some of the ideas that he has and I have, I think we're gonna smash the industry. So, Jose?
Yeah, so if you're walking around with low self-esteem because you don't have a hairline, or you got a receding hairline, or you have no density, this is the solution. It's a permanent solution, gives you your hairline back, gives you your confidence back, so you're not walking around without a hairline. It's basically a boob job for guys. So check us out at Star, Scalp Tattoo Artist Resource.
Most definitely, man. And one of the coolest things, man, seeing the reaction of clients that you get finished with, and like, yo, some people like really just be like looking at themselves and feeling themselves. You told me a story before where, you know, guys start hitting the gym and like it just gives them a boost of self-esteem.
Gives them their boost back, man. Gives them their self-esteem back. It's basically changing lives. You're changing lives. Guys that just basically gave up on their hairline, you're giving them their confidence back. They want to get back in the gym. They feel great. They feel 100%, man. It's the best solution out there right now.
Most definitely, man. So if you're a person who has been looking for a solution on hair loss and stuff, and you're interested in getting more information, we have a link down below Definitely hit that link up, and we'll answer as many questions as possible.
So check out the link below, man. We'll see
Let's
you
go.
soon.
See you guys.